Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by Coca-Cola, Louisiana Lottery, Healthy Blue, the Communities of Color Network Tobacco-Free Living, and Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Hello and welcome to week 4 of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where we bring you all the inside scoop of the Southern University football program. Coach, we come on about 5 times a week. Of course, you can catch us on our Jaguar Football Show Facebook page, on our YouTube channel. So check us out. Of course, we invite you to come up to Martha's Bistro, where we shoot about 12:30 on Mondays, 19900 Old Scenic Highway. Coach, let's jump into it. We go to San Antonio, good cultural trip for your players, tough football game. We lose 51-17, but got to ask you, Coach, how are the injury situation mounting? 2 games, 2 tough teams, a couple of people got nicked up.
Well, exactly. You know, we had some guys to go down in the UT San Antonio game, but we're blessed that they'll be able to play this week. Mims, one of our running backs, went down, but he'll be okay. Should have him back at practice tomorrow. And then Augustine, a safety, he was a little banged up, but he's ready to go. So we got this game pretty healthy. What's the status of Austin Howard, Simeon Houston, and Herb Edwards, Coach? Well, Herb tried to give it a go today. He looked pretty good. They was testing him out. Austin, I mean, as of today, we will not have him, you know, but he's trying to get better. Simeon Houston, he's also out for this game. So we got to rally around those young quarterbacks and hopefully play a lot better on defense and be able to run the football so be able to help ourselves on offense. Talking about your freshman quarterbacks, they're getting truly baptized by fire. A couple of interceptions thrown in the game. From the press box, looks like Bubba McDaniel moved the team a little bit. What's Coach Odums' prognosis on those freshman quarterbacks? Well, the biggest thing is, I think, when you look at the teams, you know, the starting quarterback is playing against the better players. So when we evaluated it, Lee came in against Southern Miss, but he was going against down the line guys, so it looked like he did a better job. And then McDaniels came in against UT San Antonio against the down the line players. So you're playing against 2s and 3s, so you're looking like you're the better quarterback, but you're not facing the 1s. So those guys are gonna have to really do a great job this week, and we got to decide on which one's gonna be the starter based on this week. But we really think they're going to get better. They're going to play much, much better this week. I think the game will slow down for them because we have played against 2 very difficult opponents. Well, let's jump into the highlights from the first half of the University of Texas at San Antonio game at the Alamo Dome. Here you see Devin Ben ripping one up for 7 yards. Unfortunately, we punt, and they score on a 30-yard pass play. At this point, the score is 7-0 UTSA. They get the ball back after we punt, and Tiller and Preston make a good tackle there. And they score again, 14-0 at this juncture. Lee hits Menard for 9, and then Lee is intercepted, returned 10 yards by UTSA. Coach, looks like we tried to move the ball, and as soon as we moved it, we looked like we turned the ball over, or a drive would stall. Well, that right there was a tip pass by a defensive lineman, got his hands up, which led to the interception. They get the ball back and take it in. 21-0 at this juncture. We punt. They get the ball back. They end up hitting Williams for a 17-yard touchdown. Good coverage play here, Coach, by your special teams. I saw some good punts by Trey Nash and good coverage. You got to be pleased with some of your special team play. Well, yeah, just inconsistent in the punting. We'll punt the ball, you know, hit one for 45 or 50 yards and come back and hit one for 17. So, again, we got to try to figure out that position this week as well. There you have it. Unfortunately, this is where Mims got hurt. Looks like he got hit in the back there. Is he okay, Coach? Yes, he'll be ready to go this week. Good to hear. They're back moving the ball. Good defensive play right there. By Gaines, I believe that was, Coach. That was Jamar Mitchell breaking up a pass. There you see a nice run.
Nice quarterback keeper right there, Coach.
Yeah, McDaniel's got some good wheels. You know, it's just, again, you know, you got a chance right there. You had time to throw the ball, held on it probably a little too long.
Nice swing play. A little gainer right there. And they score right before the half ends, Coach. Score at this juncture is about 48-0 as we go into the half. When we come back, we're going to talk about the second half of the University of Texas at San Antonio game on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Stay with us.
The biggest scratch-off game of the season is here. It's Saints Game On from the Louisiana Lottery. Your chance to win up to $100,000. Scratch the back for an extra game. Enter the second chance drawings for VIP suite experiences, a deluxe limo experience, a tunnel team experience, official autographed team merchandise, and the grand prize, a 2018 season ticket package. Play Saints Game On from the Louisiana Lottery for your chance to make this your winning season.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where we come to you each week from Martha's Bistro, located at 19900 Old Scenic Highway in Zachary, Louisiana. Come up on Mondays about 12:30, see the show being shot, have some lunch, and talk a little Southern University football with us. Coach, 48-0 at half. What do you tell your team to motivate the troops and get them ready for the second half?
Well, you know, you got to try to play with some passion and some pride and just understand that you can't control the first half. What are we going to put on film in the second half, and how can we go out in the second half and get better? And again, I really thought they responded. We got hit really quick in the first half, but guys came out in the second half and kept on fighting, and that's a good sign of a good football team.
On the defensive side of the ball, Coach, these last two games, we gave up a lot of points, but I actually saw a lot of positive things from players like Preston and Tiller, Augustine, DeMario Houston, and of course, Danny Johnson. Good productivity. I'm sure they'll be really ready for SWAC play.
Well, exactly. You know, that's where all our focus is. And, you know, we had some blown coverages, just guys not being on the same page. And when you're trying to figure out a way to stop some of these teams, you get out of character. And that's the biggest focus this week, is get back into character, get back to doing what we do, and try to get our guys playing at a higher level with more confidence.
Coach, I know your offensive coordinator, Chennis Berry, is a super positive guy. How does he keep the troops encouraged and motivated on the offensive side of the game as they grow and learn?
Well, the good thing is we were just overmatched in the football game. I think up front, their defense, their front seven, dominated us. It wasn't like our guys weren't going the right way. We had guys in position. Again, the drops hurt us. You know, guys got to catch the football, especially when we got young quarterbacks. You got to raise your level around them, and we didn't do a good job of that. But the plays are there to be made. We just got to execute better. But UT San Antonio had a lot to do with that.
Let's jump into those second half highlights and show exactly what happened. Coach, second half, we scored 17 points. Of course, some of that wasn't against their starters, but still we moved the ball and got some points on the board.
Well, exactly. You know, we started off, that's a good hit there by Cal McGregory, so we'll move the football and able to get some points so we can build on that positivity.
Great sack right there by Davis. McDaniel throws a 24-yarder to Jamal Washington. Good catch by him. Slant pass back to Washington for 6. And then he goes deep to Martell. Interception.
Right,
good gang tackling by the Jaguars right there. And then Danny Johnson does his magic, Coach. Comes in, picks up one at our 40, crosses midfield, and then he's off to the races. Danny Johnson, first interception of the year, brings it back for a pick 6. That had to motivate the troops.
Well, you know, it's good to make a play, man. So much negative was taking place in the football game. But you can see that they came out in the second half and kept on pushing and fighting. That's why something good was able to happen.
They're going to throw it to Daniels out of the backfield.
There you see UTSA back on the move. The Jaguars swarming to the ball. Punt right there. Good coverage on the special teams, coach.
Yeah, that's one of those short punts right there. We got to try to get it when we backed up, at least cross the 50. But, you know, it was great coverage. Guys were down there to tackle once he caught it.
DeMario Houston with the great defensive play. They make a mistake, drop a punt. We collect it. Our ball, short side of the field.
Well, exactly. Those turnovers, man. I think we were able to get 4 turnovers in the second half. And that's just guys coming out and still playing hard. Had a field goal. That one was about 45 yards by Caesar. A great job.
Yeah, great 45-yard field goal by Caesar.
Runs out to Wiggy. That's tipped. Watch out. That's picked.
And there you see another interception, coach. That's got to make the guys happy.
Well, and it just goes to show you that it's the first team guys where you see the big difference at, and then when they go to sub and they drop off down the line guys, it's no difference in competition. But you can rest assured that first set of guys they send out there are very good football players, and they play dominating. And we're just happy to get out of there with not a lot of injuries. And Frank Wilson's done a great job, and we just wish him much success with that program in a short period of time.
You saw Horton take one in for 24 yards as we closed out those highlights. When we come back, we're going to look ahead and have our Player of the Week interviews as well as our Players of the Game. Stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
I have 2 kids, and like any mom, I want them to be healthy. So I chose Healthy Blue for our Healthy Louisiana plan. We get all our Medicaid benefits and pharmacy and prescription drug coverage. But you know what I really like? I get rewards for taking my kids to their doctor visits.
Choose Healthy Blue. Call 1-855-229-6848 today. That's 1-855-229-6848.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love. Each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Hi, I'm Coach Dawson Odums, and if you're looking for a great new or used car, Jerry Lane Chevrolet invites you to come and check them out. Whatever your taste in vehicle is, they got a great lineup to fit your style, and most importantly, your budget. Personally, they're taking care of me with this great truck. I'm a big guy, and this a big truck. It's roomy and comfortable, and it has to get up and go when I need to get up and go. So remember, whatever your taste in vehicles, come visit us at Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Go Jags!
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Of course, each week in this segment, we award our Alpha Media Players of the Week. Coach, who are the Players of the Week on offense, defense, and special teams?
Defensively, Aaron Tiller, outstanding job again, against Southern Miss. He played well, and also UTSA, he played really, really well. So we're looking forward to him to continue that. Offensively, a young man that really coming up to his own, a true freshman, Jamar Washington doing an outstanding job. And then special teams, Elijah Small had great coverage, also had caused a fumble. Elijah Allen caused it and he recovered it. So just great all-around performance from those 3 guys.
There you have the Players of the Week. Coach, after the game, Joe Dupree caught up with Danny Johnson, the big play man, and filed this report on a Coca-Cola player interview.
Todd, I'm here with senior defensive back from East Feliciana, number 1, Danny Johnson. Now, Danny, you did a great job tonight. Big pick 6, 61-yard interception, man, as you took it back to the house. As we move forward, what is the mood of the team?
As the mood of the team is just building. I feel like we got to get better from these last 2 games that we played. That was behind us, but we just got to build from here. It's all up to us to determine, where we go from here. And I just feel like we're going to get better, day in and day out. So I just feel like this week is going to be focused on building. So that's where we go from here.
As you continue to build, the Jaguars did very much look good tonight on defense, even though that the outcome wasn't where we wanted to be. We got a lot of injuries. We had 2 big interceptions, looking at the pass and the run defense, but with all the injuries that we keep on accumulating, how is that going to affect us as we go into SWAC play?
We hate those guys go down, but like Coach always harp on the next man up. So I just feel like we got some great guys behind those running backs, and whoever gets injured to play, whether it's quarterback or not, I just feel like those guys just got to step up and play a big role for us.
Okay, indeed, and you heard it right here at the Jaguar Football Show.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Danny. Coach, despite the loss this week and last week to Southern Miss, both were good trips. Their fan base was super nice to our fan base, super great to the Jaguar Nation. Would you like to see UTSA on the schedule again, or how does that get determined? How can the Jaguar Nation know how schools like that end up on our schedule?
Well, you got to put the schedule together in years in advance, and we had the opportunity to schedule Southern Miss and UTSA. Those are money games, and you got to play up. And my thing is, we got to do more with our program to make sure that our guys are getting everything that they need in order to be competitive in those football games. And it really comes down to, when you look at their facilities, how you're training them, the nutrition, time of practice, what are you asking these guys to do on a day-to-day basis. There's a lot that go into that formula that equals success. And, we got a long ways to go, but I really think we can get this program to be very competitive in those games. But we're limited. Our scholarships are reduced, and we're gonna get a chance to play some guys next year as well. So, it's a lot of factors. We understand what we got to do from a resource standpoint, but we want to be more competitive in those games. And as we come out of the scholarship reduction, as we begin to put more money into our program, to get our guys up to par to play at that level, I really think we're recruiting the right players. We're getting the right guys on campus. It's just now putting all those other pieces in place. And you will see some of those schools in the future. May not be UTSA, but it'll be a mid-major, and and even I think it's some Power 5s in the near future that'll be on our schedule.
That sounds exciting. It's exciting for the program, exciting for the players, and definitely exciting for the exposure that it provides for the Southern University brand. When we come back, we're going to talk about our first SWAC game of the season. We're going to go up to the reservation and play the Alcorn State Braves in Lorman, Mississippi. Stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
Taste the feeling.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where each week we come to you on Mondays about 12:30 from Martha's Bistro, 19900 Old Scenic Highway in Zachary, Louisiana. They got great food, great hospitality. Come up, visit them, and talk a little Southern University football with us after we shoot the show. Coach, we move into SWAC play. This week we turn our attention to Alcorn State Braves. Alcorn has been one of those teams that has perennially been at the top for about the last 5 years, winning a SWAC championship 2 years ago. Lenore Switman is their quarterback. He put on a show against us in a rainstorm, in a monsoon 2 seasons ago that most people in the Jaguar Nation will never forget. He's the starting quarterback this year. What else do the Braves have that we need to look out for?
Well, they got a wide receiving core. They have two guys that are very explosive in 85 and 10. 10 didn't play against us last year, but Johnson did. So, you know, they're very explosive. We got a very good running back. Defensively, they're multiple. They get in a lot of different fronts. They love to pressure the quarterback. So they're a talented football team, a very good football team. But you're right, it starts with Footman. He's the guy that makes them go, and as he go, they go, and he's going to be a tall order to contain. And really, we got to do a great job of getting the pass rush and getting to him, because I think last week he threw for over 417 yards against McNeese. So we got our hands full, but I really think it'll be a good football game. It's always a great place to go play. It's a competitive football game, and everybody knows it's both teams SWAC opener, so we're looking forward to the challenge.
Coach, the Braves are 1-2 like us, like you said, having lost to McNeese last weekend. But the beautiful thing about where we are at this juncture of the season is that everybody is 0-0 in SWAC play. So it starts here. The new format, in the past, it's been the East and the West meeting up for the SWAC championship. Now we have a 7-game SWAC schedule, and all those games count toward the record. So as opposed to just really having to win your West Division, now you've got to win out pretty much every game to be in the SWAC championship, right?
Well, exactly. You know, I still think it's the East and the West. We're not playing everybody that's on the East side. We play everybody that's on the West side, and then we have opponents from the East. But for the majority, it's just gonna come down to playing great football and taking care of business and playing competitive football for 60 minutes. And you got to will yourself to some victories, because we got a tough schedule, man. We got to start with the Braves, and then, you know, we'll look at how we can go down there and come away with a victory. But it's a tough place to play, but it's always fun and exciting, and I know the Jags will be ready to go.
Coach, one of the best trips to me is the Alcorn State game, because it's only 2 hours away from Southern. Nice, pretty ride up to Lorman, Mississippi. What can you tell the Jaguar Nation about how important it is for them to be on the reservation to give the kids some support for that game?
Well, you know, you don't even have to tell Jaguar Nation about this one. This is a rivalry game for us. It's close to us, and we've always traveled well up there. We've always had a great environment up there. So, you know, we just ask them to come and make a lot of noise and root the Jags on the victory. But we know the Jaguars will be in the house, and we look forward to going up to the reservation and taking on the Braves.
Well, there you have it from the coach. We'd like to see your face in the place up there in Lorman. Get up there and support the Jaguars. When we come back, we're going to close out this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Stay with us.
I have 2 kids, and like any mom, I want them to be healthy. So I chose Healthy Blue for our Healthy Louisiana plan. We get all our Medicaid benefits and pharmacy and prescription drug coverage. But you know what I really like? I get rewards for taking my kids to their doctor visits.
Choose Healthy Blue. Call 1-855-229-6848 today. That's 1-855-229-6848.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Hi, I'm Coach Dawson Odums, and if you're looking for a great new or used car, Jerry Lane Chevrolet invites you to come and check them out. Whatever your taste in vehicle is, they got a great lineup to fit your style, and most importantly, your budget. Personally, they're taking care of me with this great truck. I'm a big guy, and this a big truck. It's roomy and comfortable, and it has to get up and go when I need to get up and go. So remember, whatever your taste in vehicles, come visit us at Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Go Jags!
course, the last segment of this week's show, we'd like to talk about some of the surprise players. You know, this time of year, you got a couple of injuries. Is there somebody that's a freshman, possibly redshirt freshman, sophomore, who's been waiting their time because of the injury situation, because somebody might be nicked up? We can look forward to seeing somebody who's going to get an opportunity to play?
Well, you know, I really think it starts with Jamar Washington. I think he's been the guy that's really been the mainstay, you know, on offense and special teams. Cesar Barajas is a kicker for us that's done a pretty good job with kickoffs and got a chance to hit a field goal of 45 yards the other night against UTSA. And then I really think you're going to see some guys start to step up. Joe Davis is one of those guys that are practicing and playing extremely well. Jamal Tillman are some defensive linemen that are going to have to step up in the absence of Simeon Houston. We got to get more production from our tackles. But I see Jerron Johnson starting to come into his own. And then you got, you know, some more guys that I think are going to make a difference on this football team. Cameron Mackey is another slot guy that's going to get more touches, more opportunities. Stacy Pyro is a guy that's going to have to step up and make some plays. And I really think these guys are very talented. If these guys play and meet the expectation that we have for them, I really think we got a chance to start this train rolling in the right direction.
Well, there you have it. Ever since I've been working with Coach, he's always had that next man up philosophy. And so some of you young Jaguars, it's your turn, next man up. Leonard Tillery's out, Willie Quinn's out, you got some people hurt. There's an opportunity for you to shine if you're willing to perform on the field. Of course, the Jaguar Football Show comes to you each week from 19900 Old Scenic Highway, Martha's Bistro. Great food, great people. Come up, hang out with us. Of course, we come on about 5 times a week. You see the air times there on the graphic, twice on Cox 4, 3 times on Pelican Sports. And then, of course, you can catch us at your leisure on the Jaguar Football Show Facebook page as well as YouTube channel. Check us out whenever you want to. Just click on the links and catch us. Coach, we really want to stress that we need the Jaguar Nation up there at Lorman. We really need them rooting for the boys, and they just play different when there's a crowd behind them, don't they?
Well, I think it gives them energy and excitement. It's just great, you know. Like I said earlier, we've always had great crowds up at Alcorn, and I don't think it's going to be any different. Jaguar Nation's done a great job supporting the program and following us on the road.
Well, there you have it. We'll see you up in Lorman and catch you next week right here.
Go Jags!